Hello, everyone, and welcome to another series of Leaders Connect podcast. I am so delighted that you are here with me today. My name is Essie Daniel. If we haven't met, I am so delighted that you're here today. My podcast focuses on personal development and leadership development as well. So those are my two areas of focus. And you can reach me on my podcast. You can find me on anchor.fm. Just look for SC Daniel or Aspire Global Leadership. And if you are on YouTube, if you're watching me on YouTube, you can also find me under Aspire Global Leadership or SC Daniel. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. I am so honored to spend the next few minutes with you. So it's morning here in Seattle, and I am so glad that you have joined me today. So we are going to talk about getting things done. Yeah, it's Monday. Monday is not normally the easiest day of the week for most people, but it can be the best day that sets the pace for the rest of the week. Why? Because you can get some planning done and some action done. I recommend that you do your planning the day before or even Saturday. The best time to do your planning, I believe, would be Sunday. And you get to review the week that was, see the things that went well, what were your wins for that week, what you can improve on the following week. And then from there, you take action and you go ahead and write down the things that you didn't get to do and make them a priority in the coming week. And so Monday, by the time you're getting to Monday, you have your week set and rolling. So today I want us to focus on how we can get things done. Again, this starts towards the end of the week, or the weekend. Let's pick Sunday, for example, to be the day we do the review. We look at our planner, we see what we did well, what we accomplished, and we're talking about success in every area of our lives. There's got to be harmony in the things that we do in life. We don't want to succeed in our careers and then in our families, things are falling apart. We don't want to succeed in matters pertaining faith, but then our pockets are empty. We've got to create that harmony. We've got to create that balance. So how do we do that? How do we do that? Number one, we ought to realize, as John Maxwell says, my mentor says, that your success will be determined by your daily agenda. And so you've got to ask yourself, what am I doing today that will give me success tomorrow? What seeds do I need to plant today that will set me up for success? Because the truth of the matter is, when you plant your seeds, you will get some harvest. That is for sure. Harvesting happens when you plant seeds. But when you do not plant, then do not expect any harvest, because you did not get anything in the ground. So how do we do that? We want to make sure that at the end of the week, we are reviewing the week that was, so that we can see the area of improvement in the following week. We can also see and celebrate our wins for that week, so that we know what should we do more of and what should we do less of. Who are the people we should engage and continue to engage in our lives? And who are the people that we should spend less time with? What activities, habits, and skills are giving me success? And which ones, on the other hand, are taking away my time? Because again, as we stated, your success will be determined by your daily agenda. So planning is something that we must do, because unless you plan your life, you become someone else's plan. if you're not building your kingdom, you're building someone else's kingdom. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there are things that you do not want to miss. For example, making sure that you're staying healthy, making sure that you're staying, your family is intact, making sure that you're growing, because those are the things that will set you up for success tomorrow. So here we go. Today being Monday, I want to believe that you set up your week. You're all set. And all you had to do this morning was wake up and look at your to-do list. But just in case you have not had a chance to do that, and this is new to you, I want to walk with you on how to do that. So the first thing you want to do, you want to list the things that you want to accomplish in the new week. Yeah, so at the beginning of the week, list everything that you need to accomplish, every single one of them. And then I want you to identify which can be done later, which you need to what you need to delegate, and what you absolutely don't need to do. In other words, you want to prioritize, right? So identify what your main goal is for that week. What's your main goal for this week? And then next, you also want to set your priorities. The next thing you want to do is you want to create a to-do list. That's right. Create a to-do list. What is getting done which day of the week? And just calendar it in your calendar. If you need to set an alarm to get that reminder the day before, maybe 2 hours before and 30 minutes before, this is your time. Go ahead and get that done. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to identify the skills and habits that you want to adopt or eliminate. Now, this one here is, I think, the most difficult thing to do. So what I do, I create a habit and skill checklist. And I write down the habits. Like, for example, I'll write seven habits, number 1 all the way to 7 going down. Those are the habits and the skills that I want to adopt or eliminate that week. And so I will list them down, number 1, 2, 3, all the way down to 7. And then from there, across, I write down Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then what I do every night, I check if I accomplished that goal, which is the goal of attaining or adopting or eliminating a specific habit or skill. So I check it off if I got it done. I cross it out if I did not get it done. And I do that on a daily basis so that I can track my progress. And if I may read for you some of the habits that I've been working on, I will go ahead and read what I was working on last week. Number 1 on my list was responding versus reacting. And I wanted to count exactly how many times did I respond and how many times did I react. And that was very helpful at the end of the week when I was looking at my progress for the week. It was very helpful to look and see how many times this week or last week I reacted and how many times I responded. And I am pleased to say that I did more responding than reacting. That's a lesson for another day, and we'll come to it. The other thing I was working on, I wanted to write 5 chapters of my book, and I had success with that. Of course, I didn't do it every day, There were days I was very disappointed. There were 2 days in a row when I didn't get it done. But then there are days that I was able to hit my goals. The other one was YouTubing and podcasting. I did great on this one. I was very proud of myself. And drinking 8 glasses of water, I did that every single day until the weekend happened. I got busy and I forgot. So this coming week, I know to do better. And you get the gist. Things like waking up every day to do my daily personal devotion and have that personal growth time. And I can see that I did at least wake up 4 times to do that last week. So when I'm creating my habit and skill checklist for this week, I can already see the areas that I'm struggling in, and those are the first to make it on that checklist, right? So my dear friend, that is listening to me, I don't know how you're doing with this thing, with this particular habit and skill checklist. If this is the first time you're hearing of it, I want to encourage you to try it out. You will be surprised by how much you can achieve by just writing them down and checking them off every night, day in, day out. By the time you're hitting your 21-day mark and you do it for another 2 cycles of 21 days, this has become a part of your life. It's part of your lifestyle. So what's the next thing that I recommend is that you also begin your day on is that you write down your day on a list, on a to-do list. You have your day completed on paper, and you do so the night before, so that when you're waking up, you know exactly what you're going to be doing at what time and what your main goal is for that day. What are your priorities, right? Write all these things down. Begin your day in writing. Write it down the night before. In fact, there's a quote that I like that says that do not begin your day unless it is first completed on paper the night before. And then at the end of the week, you want to review and see what went well, what you will improve the following week, and then you celebrate your wins for that week. You want to reward yourself for hitting your goals. And you have to determine how you want to celebrate and when do you want to celebrate, when you hit 50% of your goals, or when you hit 90% of your goals, or 100% of your goals, right? Encourage yourself, look forward to something at the end of the week, and you will realize that growth is taking place in your life. So today being Monday, due day, I want you to do one thing for me. I want you to, if you have not come up with your plan for this week, I want you to take the next maybe 1 hour. Just grab your cup of coffee or your cup of tea and sit down with a paper, or rather with a book. If you do not have a planner, I recommend that you get one. If you use your planner to schedule your meetings or to get organized, take that out and bring your phone as well, but put it on airplane mode so that it does not distract you. And then the next thing that I want you to think to do is list down everything that you want to achieve this week, right? Write everything that you want to accomplish this week. And then I want you to identify what is important. And those are the things that you will put on your planner. And then the things that can be scheduled to a later date, schedule them, calendar them on your calendar, and then set alarms to remind you to do those things when the time comes. For example, a day before, a week before. Put those alarms and reminders in place. And then the third thing, things that you don't need to do away with them. Next, I want you, after you've done that, I want you to identify the main goal and the priority priorities for that week. Okay, and then you create your to-do list and make sure that you know what is getting done which day of the week, and then consult with your planner. Don't just agree to meetings and dates and coffee chats without first checking your calendar. And then after you've done that, the next thing that you want to do is write down the skill and habit checklist. Just draw it out. List them down, 7 of them maybe, or 6 of them, and then across, write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then every night, make sure that you're checking those off. How well did you do that? And then at the end of the week, take some time to review the week that was and set up the week that was. When you do so, and every day you're checking, you're working on your checklist, you know your to-do list, you know what you're doing the next day, and you're checking off your checklist of habits and skills that you want to adopt or eliminate, I guarantee you that you will start seeing growth in your life. So it's that easy. So today I want to encourage you to step up and take action. Take action. If you're in business, take action. Get more clients, right? Or whatever your goal is. And I would love to hear how that went for you. This is Essie Daniel. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me. If you're watching me on Facebook, or you're watching me on YouTube, or you're listening to me on my podcast, once again, I am so delighted that you were here with me and you stayed with me until the very end. I would love to know how you're doing with this. And if I can be of help to you, feel free to inbox me or send me an email at essedaniel254@gmail.com or aspiregloballeadership@gmail.com. And if you'd like to learn more about our services, we do coaching, executive coaching, consulting, leadership trainings, keynote speaking, and so much more. Let's connect through email, and I will set up a discovery call. Once again, thank you for creating the time to be here. Have an amazing week, and let me know how you're doing with your planning and getting things done. Until next time, this is Essie Daniel. God bless you. Take care.